Okay, here I am again at almost 2 in the morning. I think that's the average time that I record these. I don't have to be up too early though. I only have one exam tomorrow and it's late in the evening. I'll study for it then. It should be easy, and then I'm home free for Elden Ring. I had a quiz today that got canceled because I got a second snow day in a row. And it was a really good day. I last night after I got off, I got fucking healthy dose of post nut clarity and asked that chick to hang out, asked that girl to hang out, and it was good. Like I didn't hang out with her. I don't think I get to hang out with her till after spring break because she has to go home, and she's like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, we should hang out. And she's like, yeah, absolutely. Like I ate whatever talking on social media, and I was like, okay, fuck yeah. Um, and then she's like, are you going home? I was like, fuck no, I'm not going home. There's no way in hell I'm going home. And she's like, I kind of have to. Like, her parents want her to go home. I was like, yeah, but that's happened before where it just doesn't feel like I have no idea if I'll ever hang out with this girl after break. Like, I might not even be talking to her like 3 days from now. You know, I don't think about that too much, but like it's happened before. I had a 6 week long winter break last winter break. It was something from like November 18th to mid January, January 10th. It was like 50 days. It was like 6 or 7 weeks. It was a long ass time. And I was talking to a girl like that whole time. And then she came back. Like we got back from break and nothing happened. Like I never, it just, well, something did happen, but it was just, it didn't feel real. And that was probably because it wasn't, it was just like, there was just nothing there. And it was just like a waste of time, basically. But I've had that recently. Like my life doesn't feel real. Like I don't really know anything that's gonna happen in the future. Like even tomorrow, I guess tomorrow I know I'm gonna go to class and stuff. I'm gonna buy Elden Ring and I'm gonna play that over break. But otherwise, I don't give a fuck what happens. Like I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. Like 3, 4 days from now, a week from now, other than playing Elden Ring. I don't know if I'm gonna talk to this girl. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna see her after break. Like it doesn't really matter. But I was thinking, I was really happy. I feel a lot more confident now talking to girls, and like this has just been really good for me because a year ago was last time I ever talked to a girl on Snap. It was my ex, and even then I was like talking to her for like a week. I'd talk to these girls for a week minimum, usually like 2 to 3 weeks before I even thought about asking them to hang out. Like it was fucked up. It was just terrible, and I was petrified. Like I've gone into previously. I just didn't have a good relationship with like talking to anybody, talking to strangers, and anyways, this being like 3 days is pretty good for me. That's a shit. Not even 3 days, 2 days. That's pretty good. That's really really fucking good for me. Because yeah, like I said, I'd just wait, and then it'd be okay. And usually it was them to initiate it, and I don't know. I couldn't do it. I was very broken, like in that way, and I still very am. I still am very broken. That wasn't proper English, but yeah, I just feel so disconnected, like from everything, especially with like my dog stuff. I was like talking to it about it with my friends, and they like, like they have like, we were talking about like family and stuff, and how like one of my red flags, as dumb as it sounds, is a girl that's like really close with her family. Like, and it's not like, that sounds dumb, but I think it makes sense if I put it like they're like overly obsessed with their family and they spend like too much time with their family. They're not like independent enough. I think that can happen. It's not necessarily the fact that they are close with their family and stuff. Fuck, I want a family. I want to have a kid so bad, actually. I was just thinking, I want to have a son whenever, in the next couple years, if I get married or find a girl, whatever. And I want my son to be my best friend or daughter or both. I want to have multiple kids. Like I don't really care. I just like, I was imagining raising a boy and just like playing video games with them and like being cool with all their friends and stuff and just being like my kid's best friend, because yeah, that's just what I want to do. That's what I want to give to a kid, because there's a lot of kids that don't get that. So anyways, talking about red flags, and yeah, that's kind of how we got there. I was talking about family and stuff in the Discord, and then talking about like what happened with mine, and they don't really know what happened. Like I've told them vaguely because so much shit happened last year, like last summer, like 6, 7, 8 months ago. Like it was a fucked up year. It was a culmination of everything, and And I just feel disconnected because like I say this stuff and nobody just like nobody knows how to react. Nobody says anything. Some of them are just playing video games. Like some of them just don't talk normally unless it's about a video game or like while we're playing video games. Some of them just you can't really have a conversation with. A couple of them get it though. A couple of them are like, you know, but I think that was the best I could have asked for, is not them like freaking out or like asking a ton of questions, because I got another text from somebody that wasn't supposed to know that my dog died because I explicitly said I never wanted to talk about it. Don't tell anybody. Of course, my mom goes and tells everybody else, and it's like maybe they're bound to find out, but this person would have found out for a while. Nobody would have. Nobody would have found out for a fucking while, and they text me on the phone. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. That's all. So anyways, yeah, it was fucked up. Just feeling disconnected like that. Like, I don't know. I feel disconnected from a lot of people around me. Like, I don't have anyone I can go to and talk to, like, genuinely. You know, neither my parents, no siblings like that, that are, you know, my little brother's not old enough. And none of my friends, like, they just, it's frustrating. They don't get it, you know. I need to talk to a therapist, and I think I'll probably try to do that if I continue to feel this way, like disconnected, because I need to have somebody that I can actually talk to that's like gone through this stuff. You know, I do have an old friend that's kind of been through some fucked up stuff, and he might listen, but I don't know. Yeah, we were just, I was thinking about red flags, though. We were talking about red flags today. You know, one of my close friends, I mean, he has a serious history of dating most emotionally abusive women, and it's just horrible. And just like, you know, his type is red flags, and I couldn't do that to myself. Like I couldn't let myself be controlled like that. Like, you know, I know him and a couple of my other buddies that are like, you can't have Instagram, can't have TikTok, dumb shit like that. Like I can't go into it, but just the shit that he had to like do to, you know, quote unquote, like stay safe, to like to please his girlfriend, basically, like, you know, not go out of line, is just so absurd. It's ridiculous. Like, it could not be me. You will never, ever catch me acting like that for anybody in my life, ever. I don't care how important you are. I don't think anybody gets to tell me like what to do like that and control me like that. Like I couldn't live like that. You know, I have too much respect for myself now. Maybe I could have previously, but God, man, it couldn't be me. And I think he's too far gone sometimes. Right when COVID started, we were really close. That was the best our relationships ever been, best our friendships ever been, and now it's the most distant we've been, and we've known each other for a little over a decade now. You know, I'd say we were childhood friends, like best friends for a while, sometimes on and off in like high school, but never really off, always at least somewhat on. Um, yeah, I had to hop on and get some of this off my mind, because I just I'm tired and I feel disconnected. Like I feel like, you know, the days are just blending together. I'm just doing the same thing over and over again, which I like doing. You know, my goal in life is to surround myself with people that I like, that I can make memories with. You know, I want to do something meaningful, even while I'm like waiting around to graduate. You know, that's why I connect with people on Discord, and I connect with people at the gym. But I just feel so disconnected. Like I can't believe what happened with my dog. Like it just doesn't seem real. And I was thinking like what do I even tell anybody? Like it doesn't make sense. Like none of it makes sense to me, and I feel like I'm going crazy, actually. You know, I keep thinking about it. Like it's just so wrong that happened, and it's like there's just it's so like I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just so off. Like what just the whole situation, like that ever happened with my dog, and especially up until now, like getting her put down, but like living with her and like my mom, and just like we'd always fight over her, and it was just like it was hell on earth. And it was like, you know, I'd lived in my mom's living room when I was going to my other college, and I just like we'd fight every single day, and I just it's like, is it like she's it's like her one last way to get back at me, but like I don't think she's doing it like subconsciously. For some reason she thinks we have a great relationship just because I don't live there anymore. Like she wants to see me, and I think she thinks we have a great relationship because she is happier with me now that I'm not there fighting with her all the time. But that doesn't mean that I want to see her like ever again, and I don't. I still very much despise her and a lot of what she did. And so it's like very confusing to me. It's like, how are you that blind to like what kind of person you are and like, what you've done to me? And especially this with my dog and like just telling people like, what the fuck? I don't get it. And that pairing up with like I said, this girl, I've had similar situations with girls like this before, like I started talking to them right before a big fucking break in school. I mean, this is only a week long, so who fucking knows? Maybe I'll just play Elden Ring and forget all about it, and we'll actually come back and hang out. But, if I were a betting man, I'd say, like, I don't know. I don't really know. Like, I feel like we very easily, like, it's very easy, right, to, like, talk to somebody and know you want to hang out, and then they're gone for a week. They're busy. Like, that kind of happened with my ex a little bit, like, when I was going and around, going downstate some. But it's just, like, it's very easy to just, if we wanted to, come back, hang out, because we're both cool people. But it just seems like that doesn't always happen, and I'm not going to go out of my way to force it to happen. But, yeah, it's just, all of that paired together, what's been happening, just my life seems so disconnected. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do over spring break. I know I said I was going to reflect, but, like, I don't know. I just need to, like, work some and maybe get a tattoo. I want to get some, I kind of want to get, like, a phrase tattooed on me. I decided, I don't know. I I want something on my body. I'll probably start with like my leg though. I definitely have to get some sort of like skull or rose or knife or combination of all of that or something like that on my right leg. That'll be my first tattoo. I'm pretty sure. And maybe I'll get all three at once. Maybe I'll get something on my forearm and something on my shoulder. I don't know. It's just it's wild stuff, and I gotta distract myself somehow. I gotta like stop myself from disconnecting, like remind myself that I'm still here, like living, and I have goals and stuff. Like, I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. I feel like other people have gone through that where it's like I think you disassociate and disconnect, like your life's like a movie. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm living my life. Like, I'm just watching something like that's been super fucked up unfold for like the past couple of years, and it's not me though. Like, I'm just watching it, so I personally don't care. Even though it's happening to me, I don't care because I'm just like a spectator, and all this stuff is just happening, and it's so absurd and horrible and awful and painful that I'm just like, ignoring it. It's just like watching like a sad dramatic movie, like fucking Manchester by the Sea, except I'm actually goddamn living it. Not on the same level as that guy because he lost like his fucking kids and sort of his fault almost. But anyways, no spoilers for that bullshit. I just I need to keep myself grounded somehow, and I guess just I don't know, just keep going. I'll go to class tomorrow and get my shit done, and then spring break starts pretty much technically after I'm done with class tomorrow because I don't really have to go in on Friday, and I'll just play Elden Ring. I'll play Elden Ring and go to the gym and find something to do. I'll like drive around. I gotta go on a walk or something. I don't know. I gotta go somewhere. It doesn't have to be leaving the town I live in, but it's gotta be like somewhere that I don't normally go because otherwise I'm probably just gonna go insane. And I think I'll keep watching Harry Potter and recording videos too. I've been watching Harry Potter recently, and that shit's really good for me. And I've been watching the show that the guy at the gym recommended. I like that a lot. Anyways, that's about it though. I'm running a bit long and I gotta get to bed. So yeah, that's just my story of how I'm gonna stay grounded.